So we moved into the house about 2 years ago now, and we've still not upgraded the boiler. This is an ancient glowworm boiler. I'm pretty confident this is in from when the house was built. There it is, there, glowworm. And underneath we had a programmer, and I'll put the programmer on the screen now. It's a Tiara 425. And basically that went pop the other day and burnt out. We could tell it was going. So I wanted to install a Nest or some sort of a smart meter. So I've untangled all the wires, labelled them all up, and ultimately there was a huge mess in there, but nothing's live, by the way. There's a wire which was a call for heat. There was a wire which was a call for hot water, and there was a wire that was hot water satisfied or hot water off, whatever you want to call it. And then other than that was live, neutral and earth. Now I say live, neutral and earth, none of these were actually live. They were actually picking up a live from a plug socket going straight into the programmer. So we're going to try and install the Nest now, smart thermostat and programmer built in. And see how it goes. So first step is tidying this all up with a back box, and then we'll see how it goes. So I've just taken one of these back boxes, and I've taken a couple of holes out the top, a large hole from the middle there to get the wires through. Now the problem you see with these these Nest units, is that the wires have to come from below it. Well, number one, it would never cover the wires, but even if it could, like I say, the wires have to come down from below, not from behind. So basically the Hive unit's just going to sit above this with the two wires coming out. In fact, there's not going to be too much of a gap there between them. As you can see, it can't quite, there's a little gap between the back plate, so I'm going to have to fill that. Okay, so next step now is just tidying this up a little bit more, and then we'll come on to the wiring. So this is a Y-plan boiler. So we've ultimately got power connected in there, and then up to the Nest we've got live and neutral. We've got it looped between pins live between 2 and 5 because they are the two commons. And then we've also got call for heat on pin 3. We've got hot water satisfied on pin 4. And we've got call for hot water on pin 6, and that is pretty much it. So I've got a chrome plate now to fit onto here, and then we'll turn it on. Okay, welcome back. It's a little bit later now, so as you can see we're all connected up. I've got the thermostat all in place as well. It all seems to be running quite nicely. So this is a thermostat on its stand. Stand is ridiculously priced at £30, which is insane, but there we go for a piece of plastic. I chose a stand rather than wall mounting it just because it can't go where my current thermostat goes, because it does require 12 volts. Basically it's plugged into a 12 volt adapter. So this is the thermostat that you get, and you can see here at the moment the heating's been set to 17-18. It's 19 at the moment because basically I've just turned the heating off. I've turned it down just for this. Now I don't know whether it will pick it up on the video. I'm about to turn it to 21, 22, above 19, what the current room is sitting at, and hopefully if I'm quiet we should hear the radiator click in. So here we go. And there you go, hopefully you did hear that just clicked in. So that noise was the boiler kicking in, and you can see now on the display that it's all gone nice and orange, and it says that to get it to 21 degrees C it's going to take about 2 hours. and there we go. See, so to get it to, gives you a little time there how long it's going to take, and it takes into account of weather. So if we just go into 19, the boiler just clicked again and it knocked the boiler off. Go back up, and the boiler's now calmed down. That's just a hot pilot light. Going to the settings, I can do this one-handed. It's probably going to be a little bit difficult. So basically it tells you the weather forecast because it takes into account the weather outside and how it's going to heat it basically learns how your house reacts to the weather outside and your boiler settings. So got loads of settings in here. So hot water settings, locking it, so if you want to lock the thermostat itself. You've got eco mode, which sets, so basically when you do leave the house, it knows you've left the house through GPS on your mobile phone, so it knows you've left the house, and therefore it turns it into power saving mode, or eco mode as it calls it. That's the home and away assist, so that's what I was just talking about there. When you leave your house, it knows that you're leaving the house, so it turns it off. So that's what the home away assist is. It basically assists you in knowing when it's when you're leaving the house. Nest Sense, don't know too much about that at the moment. Brightness of the screen, what you're displaying, target temperature, click sound on, that you measure it in Fahrenheit on degrees. I'm in degrees. Where is the sensor? It's at the kitchen at the moment, but that's just for this purpose of this video. It's going to be in the living room. What network I'm on, so that's the internet. And that, I think, is pretty much it. Yeah, a bit of technical info there, which is quite nice. If we go into there, does give you some specific information about the sensors and displays and power units. There's quite a nice little, I'm not going to bore you with all the functions, but some quite nice information in there. And I think that is pretty much it. So that's from this side of it. In fact, there is, if you just go home, that is the hot water, so that's just showing you there that it's off now until 6 o'clock in the morning when it's going to come on. If I do want it to put it on though, I can have a boost, so I could start a boost say for 30 minutes, or I could have it for an hour and a half. Cancel that just to knock the heating on. And also you've got that's a history of what you've used and a scheduler. Now I've not used the scheduler on here. In a minute now I'm going to, so there we go, that's the schedule. I'm actually going to show you that section on the iPad app now, so we're going to switch over to the iPad app and have a quick look at that. So finally, just a really quick preview of the app. So you've got all the settings in here that you can get with the main app, with the thermostat, sorry, and with the ability, of course, just like the other app, to turn this dial with your finger and change the temperature settings. But of course, the beauty of this is that it's on a mobile device, so you can do it when you're out of the house. And like I say, the thermostat learns what you traditionally keep doing time after time. So for example, if you have off part time and you're home on a Friday, you tend to put the heating on more, it'll learn that. If you're home more on a Saturday and Sunday, it'll learn that, and therefore it'll do it automatically for you. And then finally, this is the watch app. Again, exactly the same idea, where you can change the temperature settings on your smartwatch. Pretty cool. So all in all, really good setup. Really pleased with it. And so far, I appreciate I've not got much data in there, so ask me in the comments in a few weeks' time, but at the moment it looks brilliant. So really good system, well impressed.